There we go. Testing. Testing. Let me know if you guys can hear me. If anybody's in the chat. Just waiting on somebody to come in the chat. Anybody. We're going to talk today about Rudy and why Rudy's case, in my opinion, is ultimately important to Summer. Just waiting on some people to come on into the chat. Hey, Amanda Wolf. Hey, Pamela Neal. Oh, I'm making my phone ring. How y'all doing today? Hey, Nana. How's everybody doing today, y'all? This is a little bit different than my normal setup. Y'all bear with me. I got the laptop on my lap and the microphone sitting across from me. I can't find my external mouse, so I'm having to work with this on the Chromebook. And a heating pad on my knee. But I'm trying, y'all. This case has got my mind blown and hurting and thinking way out there things. And I wanted to talk to y'all. Hey, Miss Blanche. Hey, Miss Linda. I wanted to talk to you guys. I started looking at this case. It's been out for a couple days. And at first, it's like, oh my God, after 8 years, this baby was found. That Summer's got a chance. It's where my mind always goes. I don't know how y'all think, but that's where mine always goes. And then the more I looked into it, the more I thought, oh my God, there is really a chance that this could be Summer. Hey, Mama Bear. Y'all, for those people that think that we are crazy, for those of us that think that Summer's getting gone was a prearranged, manipulated, I'm trying to think of the word, prearranged, manipulated, well orchestrated getting gone with a purpose and a reason. Please don't tell me I'm crazy no more. I'm not doing real good, Mama Bear. I wasn't going to talk about me today. It's not the greatest. I'm not doing the greatest. I got to make this fast because I am supposed to try and DoorDash for 2 hours between 7:30 and 9:30 tonight. So I got the heating pad on and my knee brace off for a little bit. But I'm going to try and DoorDash. I will answer one question. Somebody asked me about the job that I need the work shoes for. I am currently on medical leave, as that job does require me to be on my feet and walking. I will say this much. The job was waiting tables in a brick and mortar large chain restaurant. And, well, y'all know if you can't walk, you can't wait no tables. Come on now. I can hobble, and I'm going to do it, and I've been doing it the best I can. That's all we can do. Correct? There's a man named Quanell X, and I've been trying to find if anybody in the chat can tell me, other than him being called a good Samaritan, who he is to this case. He's the only person that spoke out. You guys, wait till I tell you. Hey, Miss Chris. Oh. Miss Chris, I understand that, honey. I understand that. I still ain't quite right either, baby. And I was a little left to center before I lost Mama and my son and my kid's daddy. So, I'm a lot left to center now. So when people tell me I'm not right or call me crazy, it's like, oh, you must know me. Thank you, Miss Dolores. Thank you. Miss Dolores says, that Quanell X is a well-known Houston victims activist. All I know is I'm going to give you a little background about Rudy's case. And I want to see if anybody other than me, without me saying anything first, draws any parallels to how we feel about Summer's case. And I am going to play an audio of an interview. I'm trying to figure out how to change this banner and make it trigger warning. This is not my normal stream thing. So you guys just bear with me. Before Little Man gets back, I want to play it though. Anyway, long story short, let's talk about Rudy. 8 years ago, Rudy would have been 17 years old. Several stories have been alleged. The story has changed each time that it's been retold. By the parent, the mother. Oh, Miss Chris, I don't know how to not fight, baby. I don't know how to give up. I don't know how to lay down. I don't want to do this live, honestly. I want to get this done before Little Man and my daughter and them get back from the store, because I've been trying not to do live streams when they're with, since that one where accusations were made about me and them, because my daughter's been real pissed off at a particular somebody, considering conversations that they had with my child before and after they did what they did. But anyway, it just shows to me Slytherin is Slytherin. Slimy snakes will be slimy snakes. They're looking for the knife or the rake in your back. But anyway, I digress, and I don't want to do that. We're going to talk about Rudy right now. And I'm sorry, guys. I just rewatched the interview with Quanell. If y'all wonder why I sound like I'm crying, I am crying mad. But it's real important. I feel like it's important, one, to Rudy, that his story be told. And that this don't happen to no other child. And that I hope this don't turn out to be Summer's story. That's what's real important right now. Hey, Miss Tracy. Miss Tracy, I'm trying to be able to stand up and walk with tolerable pain so I can go work DoorDashing for 2 hours, you know. But I'm glad for you to be here. Anyways, let's talk about this. So, at the age of 17, Rudy was allegedly out walking dogs, and he didn't come home. Wow. That related to Rudy's mother, Mama Bear? Oh, I can't get... Oh, y'all. I don't know how to... Okay. Trying to read something. I'm pissed too, Dolores. How are they letting... They're in a motel room together right now. Not only is Rudy's mama not under arrest, they are in a motel room together. And after what was told that was happening and has been happening for 8 years, y'all find out, Mama Bear, and let us know if you can. If you have to do a live or whatever, it's all good. Okay, sorry, that was actually my daughter texting. She said they had to go all the way to the Walmart because our Dollar General's shelves are bare. Mama Bear, I had it too. It's Jamie, but see, she's been going under a name of Aunt Bella, and it's a lot. There's so much to the story, and I'm going to try to give a quick synopsis, okay? Because like I said, I do have to go to work. I apologize if I may have to start kind of reading some stuff and trying to turn the volume down on this, and it's not working, y'all. Okay, Let's try this way. It won't vibrate though, because it'll kill the battery. Okay. Now, hey, September Virgo, darling. I love you. Missed you. I didn't get to attend 4th of July, y'all. I wasn't physically able, so, yeah. Dolores, I agree with you 1,000,000%. This case has been mishandled since day one, in my personal opinion. Like, for real, for real, for real. Like we keep saying about Summer's case being mishandled. Okay, so let me give background to those of you that don't know about Rudy's case. We're just going to keep saying Rudy because currently now he is an adult, but when he went missing, he was considered a minor. So to me, it's just kind of a little bit of a sticky territory, and let's just go by first name, okay? So this is in the Houston area. Too bad that Cherokee girl got ran off the platform. She would be a great person to speak to about this. Her and another person, another subscriber that got ran off the platform, Miss Oklahoma, has family there in the Texas area. It's just sad that we've had subscribers ran off by folks, no matter who it is, even if it was me. Shame on me. How about that? Anyway, the backstory, just a little bit. Sorry, y'all, for the gravelly voice. Tried to take a drink. On Rudy. Hey, Miss Justice. Welcome. I don't know. It was weird, September. We're going to talk about that, I promise. I know exactly what you're talking about. I want to get to that. So, guys, come on, stop with that restream. Hey, Sassy, welcome. I hope I've welcomed everybody as they came in. I won't be able to see the screen for just a minute because I'm going to try to pull up the Quanell X interview on YouTube. And I'm going to try to share parts of it. We're going to pause for commentary often, just so that they don't strike me, because Lord knows my nerves and my channel can't handle that now. This is 2 hours old from Fox 26 in Houston. Now, Navila's True Crime. And I'm going to try to figure out before somebody launches into me. Navila's True Crime. I'm not going to show or play any of their video or audio. Let me get that clear. But I am going to put a link.
My teeth were a mess.
In the description box at the end of the live stream. I don't know how to do it until the live stream posts to YouTube. Let me say that out loud ahead of time. Okay? Thank you, Miss Justice, for dropping Nana's Angels. Don't forget, y'all, to drop Mama Bear's link as well. Any mods in the chat, please, anytime another creator, I don't care if you think that I hate them. If another creator comes into my chat and is respectful to the chat, I'm not even saying to me, respectful to the chat, please, please, please drop their link in the chat. I want everybody to know, too, I would like in our prayer list, real quick, y'all, I think we need to add Doug to our prayer list. I'm just as yesterday, even being aware that he was beefing with folk and that people were going at him and accusations were being made and stuff about that. I'm sorry to hear that. My apologies. Because, look, I don't care if me and somebody's going at each other. I'm not going to try to take their livelihood away from them because I understand how that feels. I had started a part-time job times 4, basically, and my legs are necessary for all of them. And in the blink of an eye, a stutter step in the kitchen. I feel like such a dummy, y'all. I fail and can't hardly do shit. You know? And literally, in the past month and a half, and I will show anybody that wants to ask to see, I'll screenshot it, put it up the live stream. Y'all know I don't give a damn. My YouTube earnings are less than $40. So, yeah, you know, I make mega bucks on YouTube. And I will thank Amy for the donation. I think that's the right YouTube name. God, please hope not. The donation of $20. I'm very thankful for that. Was very helpful. I did go to the grocery store. Hey, Sleuth Hound. And was able to put a little bit of gas in the car. And for those that like to criticize my smoking, I cut down to less than half a pack a day. And I am making myself roll my own. They're nasty. So it's helping me quit. I've been trying. And like I said, I do want it known. I never want anybody who says that they're a sunshine and affiliates themselves with this channel to spread hate. I don't want to do that, you guys. I might get angry at folks, and I might put what I believe is the facts, or say this is my thoughts. That's like one video I had where I was talking about the hikes with David. I didn't think about putting the link in the chat. I mean, in the box, until somebody said something. I felt like a Dorcas. I was like, I'm a dorkfish, you know. I'm a total dorkfish. But anyway, when somebody said something, as soon as I got home, I put it in there. Yeah, I answered you back, Miss Justice. The reservation. I will see what I can find out. If they're not cheaper than rolling. So far, buy like a bag of tobacco that lasts almost 3 months is about $7. And then the tubes are with the coupon. I've been finding a coupon for $1 off. So a whole big, like, it's 3 boxes sealed together of tubes. They last again for like 30 days. I've been paying $2.27, tax included. So, Sassy, I'm weirded out to see you driving. Oh, it's cool. It's cool, Miss Justice. I tried to check mine. Yes, Miss Annette, I did. So Jeremiah has a dog that was gifted to him. It's an Australian something. Looks kind of like Lassie. Hey, that girl. And they had went to Lacey's boyfriend's mama and grandmother's house to visit. Sorry, y'all, for like the 5th time I'm trying to relight the same cigarette, but hey, that also helps save. I would do save them and smoke them down to the filter. Anyway, and of course, my dumb self is here by myself. And the dog, I guess, was like having separation anxiety or whatever. And every step I took, he was following me. I was in the kitchen making breakfast. Frying me an egg, scrambled, whatever. Shepherd, yes, ma'am. Thank you, Sleuth Hound. And, well, I turned around, he was right there. And you know how, like, you turn around and something's right there at your feet or somebody's right at your face, you try to kind of stop yourself. I had the frying pan in my hand and the spatula in the other hand. And when I turned around, he was right there, like my toes was touching his belly. And I don't know how else to tell you, except when I tried to stop and step at the same time and not burn myself nor him, nor my fat butt self lose the food. I fell. And when I fell, my foot stayed planted and my body twisted. He really is a good dog, Miss Dolores. He minds well. He was already house trained. He literally goes, walks to you, walks to the door, walks back to you, walks back to the door, smacks it, and sits down at it. And will start whining if you don't get your tail up and take him out when he got to go out. And he walks. He probably doesn't have to have a leash, but he walks well on a leash. He don't run and pull you or nothing like that. And he's not. He doesn't take very kind on somebody trying to come at little man, and he's very protective of females. Yes, Miss Deb. Hey, baby. And I have missed you. You gotta let me know when you're coming this way. I figured you'd be this way sometime between Christmas and July. I was looking forward to seeing you. Yeah, I was in the kitchen floor, Miss Justice, and when I did that stutter step and twisted, it just, oh my God. Y'all heard instant pain. Well, I had it. And me being me, tried to be a soldier and finish out the day, and I put an ace bandage on my knee and tried to work. And I did work. I was on my leg after that for probably 6 straight hours because it's the left one. And you get in the car and you get out, lead with your left. Then you get out and follow with your left. And you get it out. And to do DoorDash before the lobbies of restaurants close, you park, you go in, you get the food, you get back in your car, you drive to the place. Most of the time it's contactless, and you walk it up on the porch, set it down, take a picture, get in your car, go to the next destination. You know how much that hurts when your leg is screaming at you? Which DoorDash will be texting me. That's probably that last text I got. Yeah. And it's just not healing. Even I've been on a course of steroid. I have a prescription. Well, I have 2 I need to get filled. But I'm going to try and work to see if I can. Ha! Deb, you was funny. I feel you though, but you was funny. And by the way, those people that said that I was being a, whatchamacallit, like talking about deep state and whatever, because of what I said, no. When I was talking about the alien story in Las Vegas, Hunties, that is out there. That is not a, Lord have mercy, a conspiracy theory. I know you are. Fell up the stairs. Oh, God. And then I fell down 3 flights of stairs and had 3 compressions in my lower spine, compression fractures, L1, L2, and L3. And then 3.5 weeks later, got hit behind in a car wreck. I think that's what really did that sciatic nerve thing in. Deb, I feel you. I'm not arguing with you. A year ago, 2 years ago, I might have argued with you on that. But right now, the things I've been seeing, sweetheart, nope. Y'all don't find it strange that after my entire lifetime, our government practically saying you're a nitwit and a cray-cray if you believe in aliens and spaceships and flying saucers, to releasing footage that's never been released before, declassifying documents, all these Air Force personnel that used to put out misinformation now saying they're coming out putting out real information. Come on now. Is that so? That girl, it's not unusual, and I already had sciatic issues. Listen, Miss Justice, I wonder, my daddy used to joke and say we were related. That's funny you say that. My daddy used to say that I was related to Calamity Jane, and it showed. I've always been a klutz, y'all, okay? I'm sorry. The story with Rudy really bothers me, y'all. I want to say that. I want to say this. I won't talk about it because It really bothers me. How can you do that to your child? I don't understand. I lost mine, my son. I, let me say this. So, 8 years ago when he was 17, Rudy did return home. They never said if the dogs were found where he went missing or if the dogs returned home. It was just said the dogs were found without Rudy. He would have been 17. Texas EquiSearch came out and searched for him. If you want a full timeline of events and back history, I'm going to include a link to a multiple videos that Nameless True Crime has done. We're just going to look at the story of what happened in the past week and a half right now, because I do got to go to work out, but I want to talk about this because I feel like it's relevant to Summer's case, and I want y'all to understand why. Allegedly, now that Rudy has talked to this man, Quanell X, okay, and I may not be able to show y'all anything but a still shot of him and play the audio of the thing. So, Annette, if you wait just a minute, you'll hear everything. This Quanell X tells what the news media and the police did. And why, somebody please tell me why this bitch, and I said it, is in a hotel room with that child right now. That's why I'm live, because I can't believe that shit. Let me play this interview the best I know how to do, okay? Y'all bear with me. Share audio. I just can't. I don't understand. My heart's breaking. Yeah, Dolores. I do. I did. I agree. Okay. Here we go. I think I got it, y'all. I gotta give him that, y'all, right? I want to warn y'all, if you don't like your cousin, then you probably don't want to watch the interview, because he does say GD at least twice, because he was so livid. That should tell you something. Hey, Stephen Mindy. He kept it 100% real. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Thank you, Stephen Mindy. Why is it not letting me share the video? Y'all, I'm trying. What am I doing wrong? Alright. Hey, I finally figured it out. I'm trying to figure out how to make it to where they won't say that I'm doing something wrong. Hold on. But y'all can see the best. We'll do that. Alright, I'm on mute. And the man on the screen right now, that is Quadell X. That is who you're going to hear answering the reporter's questions. I'm going to have to not show all video to hopefully help the copyright, y'all. There's not sound right now from video because I'm not playing it yet. All right.
So you've been here with Rudy and his mother?
For a few hours, yes.
What are the conversations like?
Let me first apologize for my appearance. I received an emergency phone call to get over here for this meeting with the detectives, and Rudy's mother and Rudy. And so I dropped everything I was doing and made it as fast as I possibly could. And I spent about an hour and 20 minutes one-on-one with Rudy and with one of the detectives.
Are y'all able to hear it? Girl, Mr. Loris, if you ain't seen this interview, I didn't know the man from Can of Paint, but I can tell you something. What I saw in this interview, you can't tell me nothing about it. I can already tell you he got a good heart and he's a real man. I know that. I can tell by his attitude, actions, and reactions. I apologize. It is going to be hard to hear it. The volume on this interview is very low, but I've enhanced it the best I can. You guys, please, it's worth listening to. I'm trying to see if I can get closed captioning on it for you. All right, back to it.
I heard horrific things from that young man. And I did not want him to see me start shedding tears, but I couldn't hold back the tears because of the things he was saying to us, the detective and myself. No child should ever be treated like that by your own mother.
Get your products in front of potential customers using Shopify's social media and marketplace integrations. Users can discover, shop,
This young man said that when he initially ran away, he came back 2 days later, and she told him that he had to hide, that he was going to get in trouble, and they were going to arrest him for running away, and that he had to continue hiding. And so she hid him out for a while, then brought him back to the house and hid him in home. And initially, whenever the investigators would come, she would hide him in the house. And he kept saying, I don't want her to go to prison.
Is everybody hearing what he's saying? Just check it. I'm trying to see the chat, y'all. I can't. Hey, true crime and other stuff. Let me make sure I'm not missing nobody. Are y'all hearing what he's saying? Kind of giving a little bit of backstory about what Rudy's saying has happened. No, I don't want to vape at all. And the tobacco and stuff is I don't know, Steve. I'm just trying to quit completely. I've been told the vaping can be bad for you too. And if I'm going to have that surgery, I need to quit smoking. And I am trying. Yeah. Long time no see. Okay, guys, let's go back to this. This is terrible. But I do have to pause every little bit and talk about it. I wanted y'all to hear what Rudy's side of what the last 8 years have been. That's what you're going to find out. And be ready. Yeah, September. Hopefully, I'll be all right eventually. It's been almost 2 weeks now. I lost my top dasher status, which means I only get to work when they schedule me. I gotta hurry or I'll lose my chance here to work. And it's been rough. It's been days with no food and everything else. Because if anybody would like to help support the channel and donate, it would be greatly appreciated. Never expected. And all things discussed here on the channel are my opinion solely for entertainment purposes only and alleged. All right, let me go back to mute.
I don't want her to get in trouble. I don't want her to go to jail. And so we asked him, why did you run away? And he said he just got tired of her not respecting his boundaries. And she said that he wanted his own life. And his exact word was, I was tired of living like a slave. She would take him to work with her, and he would do the required work she was supposed to do. And a lot of the responsibilities of her job was on him. And
So I don't know if everybody caught that, okay? But the reason that Rudy was even found on those church steps is because he ran away. He ran away because he was tired of being treated like a slave. You ain't heard the all of it, though. That part's coming. I just wanted y'all to make sure everybody understood that the reason Rudy was found is because he ran away. He. All right, back to the video.
he went on to say that what troubled him the most was her crossing his personal space boundaries. He said that she would make him sleep in the bed with her. And he said that she made him play daddy. He said that he didn't like getting in the bed with her. That he would try to sneak out of the bed and sometimes hide under the bed, but she told him he had to be her husband.
Thank you, Angela Hoover. Yes, my sister from another. I just now got your message. And also, did y'all just hear? Thank you so much, True Crime. What do you need to finish, baby? What can we do to help you? And y'all listen very, very carefully to what he's saying right now. Y'all hear this? He had to play daddy. Sorry, trigger warning, whatever. He tried to get out. He tried to hide under the bed. 8 years. Right, Dolores. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Is somebody else sick like her that we know of? I want to know. I want to know what y'all think. I want y'all to know. I want to know if maybe I'm the only, weirdo, I guess, out there in the world that thinks things like I think. I do have to hurry because DoorDash has messaged me and I might lose my DoorDash. I got to hurry. But sorry, I was reading. I just now got all your messages, sister from another. It's weird. But I've been having some trouble with my phone. And I hope that because I went, oh God, Lisa, same. I hope that it's not because I used my phone to do a live stream pro. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back and finish watching this, you guys. And then we're going to look. We're going to talk about something in Summer's case. And y'all probably know there's 2 things I want to talk about. Both come from JLR. And both JLR put videos out and said to share them out. But I'm going to put links in the description after this is done. And Yelp True Crime, Yelp. And hopefully you guys will go check that out over on his page. I think he did the work. I think he put in the money because it is not free to get a FOIA request answered. That's why it's harder for me to do them. By the way, there's been a person in my comments that keeps wanting to correct everything everybody's saying. What state and city are the birth certificates that show that either of the 3 Don Wells, Donald L. Wells or both of the Donald Wesley Wells, are either senior or junior? Because the ones I found don't. And which marriage license said junior? The only official document that I have seen, I said official document that I have seen that names any Donald Wesley Wells Jr. is the land deed tax documents. So let's start that. Okay. Yes, Dolores, he is. He is. Oh, true crime, it's horrible. And I am giving a trigger warning. That's why I'm pausing, because I want people to know this interview is real and it's raw and it needs to be heard. Because let me tell you, the number of FUCKERS who've been up my butt and everybody else is out here who said that we think that this was that Summers getting gone was a premeditated act. And them saying it can't be nothing like we might think. It can't be a family member in another state. Hell, this mama just changed residences. What do y'all mean? She just moved back and forth between 3 places real fast. To where the police got mixed up where they searched and quit giving a damn because he was a little Hispanic kid that nobody gave a fuck about. That's how I feel. And if people got a problem with me saying it, then show me different. Show me different. It's the same way here where I live. Want to tell the truth? Go over on Riverside Drive and call the police. Then go 2 blocks over to where the soup kitchen was, along with the place that you could go get free food was. Go 2 blocks over there to where it was, where all the homeless population was. Why do I say was? Because after over 50 years, the Christian Outreach Center lost their lease. Now the next county over is scrambling to help our county. Want to know why I can't go get help? Well, that's a big part of it. A big part. We have to go an hour and 28 minutes to the nearest Social Security office. That's number one. Yes, 8 years ago, true crime. Real talk. Real talk. That's the nearest Social Security office. We have a DSS. We have that here. To apply for Section 8, you have to go the other direction 45 minutes to be able to get your vouchers or apply for Section 8 housing. Can't do it here no more. You can apply for food stamps and Medicaid. By the way, I don't have over $5,000 worth of medical bills within the past 45 days. So at this point, I don't qualify for Medicaid, which wouldn't matter, by the way, at the only orthopedist in my town, because they're not accepting Medicaid or Medicare clients until October 1st, I believe is what it says on the paper that I received. They are accepting self-pay. I can go in as self-pay. And to do that, my visit is anywhere from $125 to $275 on the initial visit, and $125 to $175 on each additional visit. Don't have to pay up front for the surgery, but to get the surgery, I have to be seen. Otherwise, I sit here, I can't go get my muscle relaxers, I can't go get the steroid to help me heal. So I sit here and I hurt. I was denied as well, true crime. And I didn't want to try disability and other government benefits and take stuff out of the people's mouth when maybe I could work and do. It's just hard, more than people know. They did an ultrasound, that girl. It's torn ligaments and tendons. God, they named the thing. And I pulled a groin muscle. The groin muscle is healing, but the ligaments and tendons in my knee are not healing properly. It's hard, true crime. I don't know what to tell you. It's not the same as it used to be on what you apply and what's covered and what's not. I don't understand it. I mean, here, they don't have mass transit. If you don't live basically in a 3-mile radius of the city limits, and I mean like the downtown area, if you're in the county and you're outside the city limits, you can forget about it and forget a cab. We have one Lyft driver. Our Uber driver is now a Lyft driver. And he's a college student. His dad's a doctor. I know, right? True crime. Now, the local hospital, of course, you know, it's subsidized. So you can go. But I'll tell you, let me say this. This is how bad they felt my injury was. They prescribed me a corticosteroid. It's a like peach, round peach looking pill with a thing across it. I forget the name. It's a generic. And tramadol and Flexeril. While I was in the ER, IM, ain't that shot, when they give you a shot, was morphine. That girl, honey, I don't know, because I don't know if I can't afford it. I have to go to the orthopedist to have them look at it and see what they feel. In 2 weeks' time, it's not healing. It's actually worse than it was. That's all I know to tell you. Well, Annette, we only got Abby cab. I ain't never heard of nothing paying for an Abby cab around here. We got what they call the Greenway Transit, but you have to be on disability or Social Security to get them to take you out, come and get you outside the city limits, and you got to schedule it at least 2 weeks ahead of time. And then sometimes they're still late, not on time, unfortunately. Okay, let's go back to Rudy's story real quick so I don't lose my chance to work, hopefully.
That's a damn shame, man. A little boy said she was the one providing drugs to him for years. Hallucination drugs, mushrooms, etc. And that the reason why he was left, he was just tired of her crossing his boundaries. When he would shower, she would come and pull the shower curtain back and stare at him, and then she would make him bathe her with the soap. And he ran away this time because he was tired.
Well, now, we've been doing this for many years. How emotional do they get with this case?
It's a goddamn shame. I ain't never in my life heard of a mother doing to a child what this woman did.
Were you at all there when the mother was questioned?
Yes.
And what was her reaction when
Yes.
she talked to her?
And I knew something was wrong with the story. When she was questioned, when they found him, he had her credit card in his pocket. She just canceled that credit card 2.5 years ago. So if he's been missing for 8 years, how the hell he get your credit card in his pocket when they found him from 2.5 years ago?
What she mean?
And he said to us that she gave him that credit card so he could go and buy her certain things.
But with the other allegations, what was her response to those allegations?
She hadn't even heard them because we had to remove her from the room.
But so she hasn't been questioned about that?
Can you describe her demeanor and his demeanor during questioning?
When she was in the room, he wouldn't say nothing. He wouldn't say one word when she was in the room. But the minute she left the room and we were allowed to talk to the young man, and he asked, he said, "Can I speak with Mr. X by myself? Can I talk to Juanel by myself?" And the detective was like, "Well, can one of us stay in the room?" And he was like, "Okay, but I'll talk to him." When she left, when he first came here, he was holding on to her. He wouldn't talk to her. He wouldn't say one word to anybody. Like he was petrified. But the minute he got alone by himself, he slowly calmed down. And he slowly began to talk very coherently and specific details.
This is a man in his mid-20s. People might wonder, why not run away from this situation? Why not get yourself out of it? Did he give you any explanation about that?
I honestly believe, based on what he said to us, she was drugging the hell out this kid. And she convinced him that he was in trouble for initially running away and that law enforcement wanted to arrest him and put him in jail for running away. She had convinced him that all type of agencies were looking for him to put him in jail.
He was in plain sight, according to you, and that he would take her to work.
No, he would go to work with her.
Right. He would
stay at the job
she
with
would
her.
take him to work. Where did she work, and where was he doing this work?
It was some kind of security job or something like that. Where they were at, I don't know, but it was a security type job, a nighttime security watch type job.
How did he end up in the church?
We still can't. He admitted that he had took mushrooms, okay. And 2 weeks before this, or a week, maybe not even official whole 2 weeks, her car was stolen. Okay, when her car was stolen, she didn't know how the car was stolen, but the keys were in the car, and he stole the car. That's when he got to the accident in the car, and it was him that got into the accident in that car.
What was the story? I mean, this is 8 years he was reported missing. What's the story that he's been? I spoke to neighbors who said he went by doll, but he never kind of told anyone what happened. What was his story?
Because she had convinced him that he was in so much trouble for initially running away. And she gave this boy serious drugs to the point to where this boy needs extensive professional help.
How did he stay missing for so long? I mean, 8 years.
He was allowed to visit with some of the neighbors under an assumed name. She believed that after so many years, people had forgotten about the case, and that under an assumed name, and convinced him to use that name, nobody would put two and two together.
But he never told any of the people that he was with what was happening?
Never told anybody what was going on. And let me say this.
Sorry to stop at a real inopportune time, but you guys know I kind of have to stop and comment. I might have let it run too long. Oh, God. Sorry. But, sorry. She thought they'd forget about the case. Yeah. Anybody feeling any familiar vibes and feelings and thoughts other than nausea and vomiting that we all want to experience at the same time? The boy ran away the first time. See, he ran away the first time at 17. That's what people are missing. He wasn't ever a missing child. He was a runaway. He ran away for help. We don't know how long this has actually been going on. Yep, sure does. Nobody important. To me, it does too. All right, let's go back to that right quick.
That young man's body have scars all over it. Slice wounds from here up, from literally his forearm to his wrist. All type of scars on this kid. And he said that she often locked him in the room, that she would give him drugs and lock him in the room. And there's a whole lot of mental health issues there, I believe, induced because of the drugs this young man was getting.
At any point,
Doesn't the providing drugs to children sound similar to something we've heard before? And let's not forget what's recently came out about the breaking and entering charges that Don had and what he was really stealing. To me, that was more scary than anything we've heard. To find out he was in a van in somebody's driveway with a minor and had stolen women's underwear that he told them he was going to use later to get pleasure from? Are you kidding? And the way he talks about Summer, come on now. Back to Rudy's story and see the parallels.
during this process today, did you see the mother detained by HP?
They took her to another room and kept her there for a minute after he had confided with us what was said. I know they were on the phone with the DA's office and their superiors about this case, but I want everybody to know something. This young boy was not kidnapped by some strangers and he got away and they found him. That's not the case here.
You know, this happened on Thursday, and we're nearly a week later, and investigators waited almost a week to speak to him. Hearing the story that you heard, is it a concern that they waited this long to hear from him, given the story that you were told? It seems like he's had 8 years of dealing with this, and now another week.
I was shocked that they have not done more. I was shocked that they had not executed a search warrant on the home. I was shocked by that. And I said, don't you all think you need to get busy and execute a search warrant on that home? And the young man made it crystal clear to us that that's where he was, in the house. But he was living under this fake assumed name.
You think police failed in this situation?
Oh, big time. No doubt about it. Absolutely they did. Because there were several instances where calls were made about him to law enforcement, and they didn't.
I'm going to interrupt again also to let everybody know. Hey, Crafting with Amy. To let everybody know. He was going to the neighbor's house and using an assumed name. The neighbors reported to the news media and others that Rudy was alive and well. Nobody paid nobody attention. Family members years ago said that the mama had mental issues and was a liar and making up stories. It was shown where on Facebook, the car crash thing may not be true, by the way, that you're going to hear about, because the same pictures of Rudy's car crashed were shown about a year ago on her Facebook. There's a Facebook by the name of Bella that claims to be an aunt, and it's a lot of stuff. Crafting with Amy, it's a new case to us, but Rudy went missing 8 years ago, and it's just now become relevant again. I know, right? Sassy.
Did not properly follow up and follow through based on the history of that address, because she hadn't changed addresses.
I know residents were saying this morning that she brought bags and she was trying to leave. Do we know something about
She was
that?
Trying to leave the
She
house.
was trying to leave the house?
She did leave the house.
So she was trying
And
to escape?
she left. She did leave the house, and she was trying to get away from the house. Yes.
Why was she at this hotel?
She said she felt that she was not safe going home because she had been receiving threats.
What now? Is the police investigation over? Where are they?
I can't say at what state their investigation is, but what I can say, it ain't no way in hell that woman shouldn't be locked up immediately, and that boy needs to go to the best drug rehab and best psychological mental health facility that we can find for him. He's a good kid. He's a good kid. That kid was just severely abused.
And what was the mother's reaction when you brought these stories to her?
I couldn't go back in the presence at that point. The police felt it was just best that she and I not speak again because I was bitter.
Is she aware of these that son told you?
Yeah, she's aware. And then she goes back in there and tries to tell him, and she don't even know that was recorded. Tell him that you made it all up. That was just a lie.
You said she would ask him to play daddy. Can you just she was sexually abused?
She would ask him to play daddy. She told him that he had to be the husband. She would force him to sleep in the bed with her. And he was forced to sleep at times in the beds with no clothes on.
Was anything
And
physically done?
yes, but I don't want to talk about the kissing and all of that stuff. And
But he was telling you that there was some sort of sexual action that was happening between
let
him
me
and
ask you a question. If your mother tongue kissing you in the bed with her naked, what the hell is that? I mean, damn, do we have to go that far? That's what happened. This is sick.
Juanel, do you
This
think,
ain't normal. This is sick.
Juanel, if these allegations are true, and I understand the position you're in, if they are true, how long before you think there's an arrest?
Based on what that young man said to me in front of the detective, I don't see why she's not in handcuffs right now. I don't see why she's not in handcuffs right now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, sorry, y'all. True crime, I don't know, but I don't think, in my personal opinion, I don't really care if she's mental or not. I don't understand why that she's still sitting in a motel room with her child. That's what I don't understand. Can somebody explain that to me? If that can be explained to me, I'll understand everything. Explain to me satisfactory, you know? Okay, y'all, DoorDash just sent me a message and I've got 15 minutes or I'm going to lose my options to work. Hopefully I'll be able to walk. I was sent a message from my sister as I was talking to, I did reply back if she hasn't seen it. Nope, he's out of the hospital. Nobody. He is at that motel that was in behind that gentleman during that conference. He's in that room with his mother in the motel. Absolutely. That has been confirmed by 3 different sources, 2 Houston news channels, and 1 was Novelist True Crime that had an on-scene representative, a very beautiful young lady that I watched. I'm going to try to get all those links in the description box. Please bear with me. I'm not used to using the Restream app, and I've got to hurry off to work. It may be when I get back home before I can do that. I'm going to try my best to work, you guys. Please pray that I'm able to. I just basically need to I'm going to try to make about $20 tonight. And then I get that, but why is she not charged with some criminal activity of some kind? Of some sort, you know? I mean, she reported and never unreported, I guess, that he was missing. So ain't that like reporting a false crime? Ain't that at least a misdemeanor to get her out of the hotel room with him? I mean, it's this and Summers, I just don't understand it. Like, and somebody said that, yep, Mumbles told the truth. Yeah, I think Jody Sue might have been telling part. I think everybody's telling a little bit of the truth. That's the problem. Everybody's telling a little bit of the truth and a lot of bit of distraction and lies. Like, anybody ever wonder why after doing an interview or 2 with the local news, that until it was forced by YouTube to go to Dr. Phil, I mean, we started that movement here. Why was Don and Candace, specifically Don, on YouTube showing his ass? Why? Why go to YouTube? Why not go to Maury? Why not go to Steve? Why not go to Dr. Phil or Dr. Oz yourself? Why not go to People Magazine or In Touch Weekly or TMZ? Why YouTube? Number 1, you'd already been watching YouTube, okay? And number 2, you wanted distractions. You wanted to make distractions. That's what you wanted. That's how I feel. That's my personal opinion. You wanted to be able to make distractions in Summer's case. You wanted to be able to sway the court of public opinion. Therefore, to possibly sway law enforcement and put pressure on them and to say, look here when you should have been looking here. And, Miss Justice said, you probably thought you could get some money. Yeah, absolutely. All that. All that. Oh my God. Musty. Thank you so much. I can take a day or 2 off and get the medicine I need. Yeah, 2 GoFundMe pages, nobody important. Yes, Sassy. There was a GoFundMe in 2015. As I understand, there could be legal action behind that one because, like I said, that's why I did a GoFundMe with Mom, because what you have to do what you say. And it's wire fraud and it's appropriation of funds and stuff like that. And they could be legal action. But I believe in 2017 it was stated that GoFundMe was put in somebody else's care and they stole the money, basically. And then there was a new GoFundMe started for medical expenses. And I heard that one's been taken down. Okay, so a lot of y'all don't know. Give me a 7 in the chat if you've not heard about what JLR said about Don's charges. I'm going to try and find it. Oh, and somebody had criticized me recently about using some audio from Killer's looping app or looping stream that he did. First of all, Killer Loops had asked that it be shared. And second of all, I thought I did give him credit. I would never not give him credit. That's spam. He's always shared his stuff on Summer's case with me, and I've always shared all my stuff with him. I never have had a problem. I've never struck a creator. Honestly, I don't know how. It looked like that if you don't do it right and you mess it up, that you could actually face losing your channel yourself and getting a strike against yourself. And with my luck, that wouldn't occur at all. At all. I'm going to show something here that was JLR, but I'm not going to show any sound with it because I'm actually going to give commentary. It's more of a still shot anyway that I want to see. That I'm trying to pull up now. If one of my mods can put the JLR Investigates link in the chat. Let me share this. I'm not sharing the audio on purpose, so everybody knows. I hope you guys can see this on the screen. This video was sent in by one of JLR's viewers. I do see how the guy looks kind of like security. You know, like personal, private security. You could hire you that. I work security private, so I could see that. It was a video taken of this dude just standing outside the hotel room of Don and Candace. And they said like one comes out and one goes in. They were saying suspicion of drug activity. What do you mean, Miss Justice? What's going on, you guys, with the chat? What's going on with the chat? Somebody tell me, because I'm not seeing it. Erasing it. This is why I don't like to use Restream, because it has the same code. Damn it. Huh. That's weird. Guys, I might. Is it working again now? I'm seeing everybody's chat now. I might have just lost Wi-Fi. It happens a lot. I was looking for the one that I had watched of JLR's where he showed Don's record that he asked to share out. Michelle After Dark talked about it too. I may have to go to his page. I hate blocking people, but I have started because some were very rude and disrespectful. See, it was a live stream, I think. I don't have my mouse, so I'm on the struggle bus. All right, this one is in. Hold on, I got to share audio though. Hold on, I'm trying, you guys. All right. I think I got it up to the part that JR told us to share it out. So I'm going to share this part only. The link is in the chat right now to the full live stream, if you guys would like to see it.
Be there, which is clearly the Don Wells that we're talking about. It's not another Don Wells. It is the same Don Wells for all you Don Wells defenders that will say, oh, it ain't him. There's many Don Wells in the state. And there is some Don Wells in that state. Not a lot, but there is some. There are some Don Wells, but there isn't no Donald Wesley Wells 1964 that's out there, except one. And one only. So let's go back to this police report. Let's go back to the police report of Don Wells when he broke into this woman's garage. And look at the description there. It says panties, women's red underwear. And this was the property taken that Don Wells took out of this Candy Turner's apartment. And let's scroll down a minute here. And I have the incident report. And we're going to read this incident report. So please share this. Please share this with everyone because we have to share who the real Don Wells is. On July 20th, 2006 at 12:39 a.m., creeping around in the middle of the night, Don Wells. Officer Lindaberry and I were working, breaking, and entering patrol in the area of Broyles and Permission on our patrol mountain bikes. We were checking 2 juveniles in the area on Trail Dust and Broyles. They drew our attention to a suspicious male in the driveway. A suspicious male in the driveway of 4904 Permission. The juvenile stated that the residence was friends and that the male did not belong to the address. I then observed a white.
I want y'all to hear. He said the juvenile then stated there was a juvenile in the vehicle with him. Now, again, this part, JLR said to share it out. He wanted everybody to share it. This is all I'm going to share is this little snip here where he reads this. The rest, you'll have to go over there to get the full details. And there's a lot more to it than what this shows. But out of respect for him and his work, that's exactly nobody important. You're hitting on what I was going to say. Yeah, something about the name Candy, right? And seems obsessed. And, you know, the peeping Tom tales that was being told and blamed on Jody Sue's son makes you wonder now, don't it? And the statement he said about seeing Fred out all times of the night on the horse and the golf cart. Well, where was you at? You was seeing Fred all over everybody's yard, all over everybody's properties and driveways with the golf cart and the horse. Well, wouldn't you have had to been on their properties too to have been able to see that? I'm just saying. Back to this.
White male, later identified as Donald Wells, wearing a white t-shirt standing on the driver's side of a blue and white van parked in the driveway of 4904 Permission. I noted that the garage was open to the residents, and the juvenile female kept asking if she could close it. When Wells observed us pointing to his location, he walked to the front of the van, which was facing the garage, and crouched down behind it out of sight. Ooh, Donald, trying to hide from police. He's trying to hide. Caught with the cookie jar. We had the juvenile stay at the intersection of Broyles and Trail Dust while we went to speak with Mr. Wells. While riding to the driveway, which was located off of Permission, I could still see Wells attempting to hide by crouching down in front of the vehicle. Wells stood up and began to lean on the front of the van while we rode up to the driveway towards him. Upon making contact with Mr. Wells, I noticed him to appear to be nervous and have shaking in his voice as we spoke. Wells stated that he was.
I notice I'm not the only person that took note of the van. I believe it's 2006, nobody. Same thing went through your brain. I'm so glad I'm not the only one.
Waiting for Johnny to come home. Who is Johnny? Wells stated that he was friends with Johnny but did not know where he was at tonight or if he was coming home. Wells advised that Johnny's mother, Candy Beatty, was inside asleep, but that she did not know he was outside waiting. Wells.
JLR got me here singing Who's Johnny from the robot movie from the 80s. And then, Candyman. Because this man liked candy, apparently, as a name. He should have been named Candy. Maybe that's why he won't. Man, y'all, I shouldn't go there. Lord have mercy, Nita, you going wrong. I'm on mute and go back.
Wells initially advised that he has been waiting for Johnny for approximately 2 hours outside the residence, but that he was getting tired of waiting and was going to leave soon. It was again confirmed that Wells had not made plans to meet Johnny at this location and that Wells had shown up on his own accord to try to find Johnny. Who's Johnny? Due to Wells's demeanor and the fact that he kept sticking his hands into his pockets, Officer Lindaberry obtained consent to search Wells's pockets. During the consent search, Lindaberry located a pair of red panties in Wells' right front pants pocket. Wells initially advised that the panties were from his wife, who resides at the West End, but then corrected himself, stating that they were his girlfriend's. Wells stated that he also was picking up some items that he had stored in the shed. Wells said that Beatty did not know that he was storing his things in the shed and did not want her to find out. Yeah, right, Don. Come on, Don. Officer Lindaberry began looking around the area and inside the garage for items that appeared to be out of place. Inside the garage, Lindaberry located an open laundry room which contained several lingerie items. Officer Lindaberry advised me about what he had discovered in the garage, at which time I advised Wells of his Miranda warnings. Wells advised that he understood his rights and agreed to speak with me without an attorney present. During the interviews, Wells admitted that he had entered the garage and took the panties from...
Exactly, y'all. He said he never owned a van. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Never owned a van. Yep. And remember when she said something about that van when they was on that interview, how he tried to overtalk her. Remember that. That's right, Lisa. I think that's why they keep saying it's bigger than we know. Because he would have been 41 when this happened. So somebody help me do the math. Yeah, I'm Dr. Phil, the behavior panel guys, when they were right before the Cornbread Mafia thing. I have a feeling there might be more candies.
the laundry room. He said he was going to use the panties to, and there is the word, people. I'm not even going to say that word. He was going to use the panties to, at a later time. Sick. He denied having any SUXUAL contact with himself or anyone else at the residence while waiting on Johnny. This is the father of missing 5-year-old Summer Wells. Don Wells, a call.
Right, y'all. I'm not going to play any more of that out of respect for JLR. That's the only part that I understood that he was telling us to share out. Yep, they sure did, Lisa. Sure did. The one that they were selling the blankets and stuff off of. I think it was white. There was a white van too. Like an old school painter's van. And that white paint, you know. Right, true crime. I'm there kind of with you. I'm there with you. He's been on it. And, you know, he made the statement that's really resonating with me. I will say one thing. JLR has studied the law and worked it every way coming and going through his lifetime, from what I can tell. And he made the statement, allegedly, that, in his opinion, Don is the #1 suspect in Summer's disappearance. And that he has proof of that. And to sue him if they had a problem with it. And I've not seen nothing said back about it. I'm wondering why. What y'all thinking? Because to me, that's a challenge. That's laying the gauntlet down. And y'all can say what you want to. People's criticized me for trying to say this and make it out there and known. But for over 40 years of his life, Don has been incarcerated in several states, as well as Kansas, most of them involving behavior and drug offenses. Do you think they don't have a criminal mindset? Do you think they don't know how the system works and how to work the system? Come on now. Let's be real. Seriously. And kind of like, let's draw a parallel now with Rudy here. Kind of like Rudy's mama's story kept changing over the years. There was a girl that was a witness, and he saved her from an attack. That part got added years later. The dogs got put in later. I mean, all kinds of stuff changed. And Summer's story has changed. First, it was planting flowers, then it's planting cactus when they got called out on that. And that kind of got pushed to the side, and left a little bit. It was all about the horse pond and the grocery store and the hippie house and then back to the house. And she went inside, and that was the last time she saw her. But the boys, that's not what they told her. And that's been proven. That's a law enforcement statement. Go back and read it. Ronnie Lawson stated that she was last seen outside the house to play sex. I'm more likely to believe those children than I am those parents and grandma. I think grandma was asleep. I think she'd been to the doctor. I think she'd gotten meds while she was at the doctor. I think she'd gotten a prescription of meds. And I think she was out of it. And I think Candace was going on a run. Literally. Not in the vehicle. I mean, not on her legs, but in the vehicle. Y'all, I'm going to be real. I'm hurting. I'm going to have to go. I love y'all. I wanted to give everybody some food for thought. And I wanted to give Rudy's story some win. I don't know if you'll let me edit that. Okay. I want to say, yep, I think so. She delivered them milk jugs. Yep. Amen. I want to say peace and love and light. And it's been wonderful, but I really do have to go, you guys. See y'all later. No promises made, no promises broken.